Welcome to the continuation of chapter circle. Today we are going to learn inscribed angle theorem, then its two corollaries. The angles inscribed in a same arc are congruent, and next the angle inscribed in a semicircle is right angle. So first we will understand what is inscribed angle and then we will see inscribed angle theorem. So inscribed angle, see here diagram. In a circle with center O, vertex B of angle ABC lies on the circle and the arms of angle ABC are intersecting the circle at A and C. Such an angle is called as inscribed angle. See here this angle ABC, the vertex of this angle B is on the circle. It can be anywhere on the circle, not inside and not in the outside. And these arms AB and BC are cutting this circle in the points A and C. So such an arc is called as inscribed angle, and the arc intercepted by it is called as intercepted arc. We will see arc ADC is the intercepted arc by this angle ABC. So now inscribed angle theorem statement. The measure of an inscribed angle is equal to the half of the measurement of the intercepted arc. So we will see the diagram with names. Now given angle BAC is inscribed angle and arc BDC is the intercepted arc. Next, to prove angle BAC is half of major arc BDC. So I will like to tell you the measurement of this arc BDC. We have seen in the last video how to take the measurement of this angle. Measurement of this arc is same as the central angle which is made by it. So it will be BOC. So measure arc BDC is equal to angle BOC. So now proof. Before the proof we are actually seeing the cases, because this inscribed angle can be in three cases as follows. So we will see case 1. One arm of this angle is on the center of the circle. Next case, center is inside the inscribed angle. And third case, center is outside the inscribed angle. We will see with the diagrams. So first case diagram is this. So arm of this angle, one arm of this angle is on the center of circle. Next, this inscribed angle and this is the center. Center is inside the inscribed angle. And next, this is circle, center is outside of this inscribed angle. So now we will see the proof of each case. So proof. For case 1, here for case 1, one arm of the inscribed angle is on the center of circle. Center say O and angle is BAC. Intercepted arc is BDC. Center is O. So we will see the proof as OA congruent to OC because they are radii of same circle. Angle OAC congruent to angle OCA. We will see by isosceles triangle theorem, this angle will be congruent to this angle. Why? Because this side is congruent to this side and sides opposite to the congruent angles are congruent. So we will see that they are x degree. Then reason is isosceles triangle theorem. Then now we are using one theorem of exterior angle theorem which we have seen in the last standard. So this theorem says that if there is a triangle and there is one exterior angle, this one is the exterior angle because side AO is extended of triangle OAC. So if this happens, then the measure of this angle, which is known as exterior angle, is same as the remote interior angles of a triangle. So remote interior means not close to this one. So this will be this one plus this one is the measurement of this one. So I have written here 2x because it is x plus x. So that is our next line. Angle BOC is equal to angle OAC plus angle OCA, which is x plus x and 2x. So angle BOC will be 2x. Now I will make this x as angle OAC. So next, angle BOC will be equal to twice the angle BAC. BAC. OAC and BAC both are same angles. Then next, this 2 will be shifted on this side. Half of angle BOC is equal to angle BAC. Now, angle BOC is same as major arc BDC, right? So I will replace angle BOC by major arc BDC. So half major arc BDC is equal to angle BAC. So here is the proof for the first case. Now for second case, we will make use of this first case's result for case 2. The diagram, center inside this inscribed angle and this is intercepted arc. So by using case 1, we get this angle in case 1. So angle BAD has one arm on the center. So I will write angle BAD is equal to half of major arc BD. Similarly, here angle DAC, one arm of this angle is on the center. So angle DAC is equal to half of major arc DC. Now I will add these two equations and will get angle BAD plus angle DAC is equal to half major arc BD plus half major arc DC. So half major arc AD BD plus half major arc DC. So now angle BAD plus angle DAC is angle BAC. So LHS will be angle BAC, and here I will take half common. So half of major arc BD plus major arc DC. So major arc BD plus major arc DC is major arc BDC. So that is our next step, and this is the last step. So angle BAC equal to half major arc BDC. Now this is the proof for second case. So now for third case is the center is in the outside of inscribed angle BAC. So see the diagram, angle BAC, inscribed angle, this angle BC is the intercepted arc and this is the center O. Now here also we will make use of the case 1. So here this angle is inscribed angle with one arm on the center. Here this angle is also inscribed angle with one arm on the center. So now by case 1, what I get, angle BAD is half of major arc BCD. Similarly, angle CAD is half of major arc CD. So now here we added these two equations. So now we are subtracting these two equations. Angle BAD minus angle CAD equal to half of major arc BCD minus half major arc CD. So BAD minus CAD will be angle BAC. So that is our left hand side, angle BAC equal to, take half common, major arc BCD minus major arc CD. So BCD minus CD is arc BC. So half major arc BC equal to angle BAC. So here is the proof of case 3. So as we have seen proof for each case, this is the end of this theorem. All the cases give us only one statement: angle BAC is half of major arc BDC. So this is our isosceles triangle theorem. So please, if you did not get any case, then please read it once again, then you will understand it. The next we will see some examples. If in this diagram angle PQR is inscribed angle and PR is intercepted arc. So now if I gave you that angle PQR's measurement is 40 degree, then what will be the measure of this arc PR? So this measure arc PR will be, as the theorem says, this angle is half of the measurement of this arc. If this is 40, this should be 80. So measure arc PR will be 80 degree. Similarly, we'll see second question. Here ZXY is the inscribed angle and ZWY is the intercepted arc. So if measure arc ZWY is 100 degree, then angle ZXY will be half of that arc, which is 50 degree. So remember this, if inscribed angle is 50 degree, then arc will be 100, that is double of this. So this angle and this arc are, see the relation between them, this arc is twice that of this angle. So now we will see the application or corollary of inscribed angle theorem. First one is the angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent, and second is the angle in a semicircle is right angle. So we will discuss this very shortly. So if this is a circle, we are seeing the first statement, the angles inscribed in a same arc are congruent. So if I took this arc, say ABC, and I want to draw inscribed angle from this arc, then I will draw it like this. This is one angle. I can draw another angle like this. I can draw another angle like this, right? So what this statement says, it says that the measure of this arc, if these angles, all these angles are inscribed in a same arc, then the measurement of all of these angles should be same. So this measurement and this measurement should be all equal. We'll say X, Y, Z. So angle XAXC is same as angle AYC is same as angle AZC. If arc ABC is intercepted by these angles. So this is quite easy proof. By using inscribed angle theorem, we can say that angle AXC is half of major arc ABC. Similarly, angle AYC is also half of major arc ABC. Similarly, angle AZC is also half of major arc ABC. As these three are equal, these three should be equal. So this is the proof of this one. And the next one is the angle inscribed in a semicircle is right angle. So again we will draw the diagram for second question. This one is first. So here I take the diameter, center O. I will draw one angle say RST. So what I know, RT is diameter, because this arc RUT is semicircle, and what I need to prove, RST is 90 degree. So as this angle is inscribed in this semicircle, the measurement of this angle will be 180 degree, and as this is 180 degree, by inscribed angle theorem, this angle's measurement will be half of this angle. So half of 180 is 90 degree, so measure angle RST will be 90 degree. This is a very easy proof. So angle RST, half of measure arc RUT, which is half into 180, which is 90 degree. So angle RST is 90 degree. Here is the end of this video. So today we learnt about inscribed angle theorem. Then angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent, and angle inscribed in a semicircle is right angle. So in the next video we are going to see cyclic quadrilateral and its properties. So thank you for watching this video.